Hi, guys, welcome back to my channel. Please share and subscribe my channel to get more interesting topic. Thanks.
Hi, coming back with new topics. How are you guys? Before that, we want to tell one thing that stay home, stay safe because everybody for this coronavirus pandemic, you have to protect yourself, also protect your family. So, please stay safe, take care. So, today's topic is AWS D1.1 Guide of Essential Variable. This is I will give one guide to you the essential variable from where you can find in AWS D1.1 and is a very clear understanding you can get from here. So we'll go first guide position. So AWS D1.1 if you go table 4.1 plate and for table 9.1 pipe WPS qualification. For this WPS qualification for plate you have to go table 4.1 and for pipe table 49.9. So what you can see there, CGP, complete joint penetration groove weld, plate or tubular, or fillet weld, plate or tubular qualification test. So you can check there this table 4.1 and table 9.1 for CGP groove weld, plate or tubular or fillet weld. So how you can understand now? You see position tested and position qualified. Position tested if he is qualified is for 1G and 1G rotated, so he is qualified for F means flat position. If he is qualified for 2G, then he will qualified for flat and horizontal. So you can see here. So 3G also you can see 3G qualified means only he is qualified for vertical. So which position it is tested and which position is qualified, it is clearly mentioned. So you have to clear understand. If somebody is qualified 2G plus 5G, 6G and 6GR, this means he is qualified for all position. F means fillet, G means groove. So this you have to understand and you can get it from also AWS D1.1. So this is 4.1 and 9.1 for position. You need to know this table. Now you see here CGP complete joint penetration group qualified complete joint penetration, partial joint penetration and fillet weld. So this is clear understanding you not need to know. CGP group qualify CGP, PGP and the fillet welds. Fillet qualify only fillet means fillet welding. If you qualify somebody then you only qualified for fillet welding. Groove weld on plate qualifies pipes equal to or greater than 600 mm nominal outer diameter. If it is groove weld on plate qualified, then he will qualify to pipes equal to or greater than 600 mm nominal outer diameter. Vertical uphill to downhill. Somebody is qualified vertical uphill to downhill or vice versa is essential variable. So it is essential variable. Plug or slot welding qualifies for only the position tested. So CAWS D1.1 table 4.5. What is there? Peculiar essential variable except ESW electro slag welding and electro gas welding process. So this table is for the peculiar essential variable for non-CVN testing application, means there is not required the CHARPy V-notch impact testing. So this is table 4.5. If you go to the table 4.6 of AWS D1.1, require supplementary essential variable except ESW and EGW process, means ESW and EGW other than this required essential variable is mentioned in table 4.6. It is for the CHARPy V-notch impact testing for application. So table 4.5 is the non-CVN and table 4.6 is the CVN. And 4.7 table is for PQR essential variable for ESW and EGAW process. So electro slag welding and electro gas welding process you have to follow the table 4.7. So this position you need to know. This is the basic concept. You have to know this one, then you can understand easily. You can go there directly, go there, check 4.5, 4.6 or 4.7. Now next we'll go the guide thickness and diameter of the base metal range. This is also interesting. You see here, test on plate CGP group weld. T means thickness of the test group on weld. If T 3 mm but less than 25 mm, then qualified thickness range how it will be 3 mm to 2T. This is as per AWS D1.1. If T is 25 mm and over, then qualified thickness range is 3 mm to unlimited. And if T test for ESW and EGAW, then qualified thickness range 0.5 T minimum and 1.1 T is the maximum. So this is the qualification range for T. This is for CGP group weld. Note D. What is note D in AWS D1.1 4.2? There is one note is there. What note? CGP group weld qualification on any thickness or diameter shall qualify any size of fillet or PGP group weld or any thickness. Means if you are qualified in complete joint penetration groove weld on any thickness or any diameter, this shall be qualified in the partial joint penetration also and also fillet welding also. So you can see the what are the requirement of the testing for PQR 4.11.3 for macro test. Each requirement, test requirement, how many macro tests you need to do, it's mentioned there 4.11.3. Note C of AWS D1.1 table 4.2. What mentioned there? For square groove weld that are qualified without back gouging. Some groove weld is there square, but this is without back gouging he is qualified. Then the maximum thickness qualified shall be limited to the plate thickness. So what will be the maximum thickness qualified? It should be the plate thickness only. So you understand this thickness diameter of the base metal range. Now what do we mention here? CJP means complete joint penetration groove weld test on plate. Now test on plate 5 both PGP groove welds means partial joint penetration groove welds. S is the thickness of the test groove depth. If S is 3 mm to 10 mm, then qualified thickness range is 3 mm to minimum 3 mm minimum, maximum is 2S, 2 into thickness of the test groove depth. If S 10 mm to 25 mm, then qualified thickness range how much? 3 mm to unlimited. So this is the test on plate 5 PGP groove welds. So note C and D of AWS D1.1 table 4.3 plate and table 9.15. Any PGP qualification shall also qualify any fillet weld size or any thickness. So if you go the note C and D of AWS D1 table 4.3 plate and table 9.11, so you can see there somebody is qualified for PGP qualification, then he is qualified also fillet weld size on any thickness. Now fillet weld WPS qualification. So now you see here test on plate CJP, test on plate 5 PJP, and this is for fillet weld WPS qualification. Test shall be based on maximum single pass and minimum multi-pass fillet weld size to be construction in A plate tested and B is the pipe tested. So there is the fillet weld for plate and there is the fillet weld for the pipe. So this is the WPS qualification. So qualified thickness range, A is 3 mm minimum unlimited plate 5 thickness and B is 3 mm minimum unlimited 5 thickness. This is plate and pipe both and this is unlimited 5 thickness. This is the qualified thickness range. So qualified fillet size, maximum tested single pass and smaller. If it is single pass one thickness it is coming 8 mm, so the qualified 8 mm and small. If it is the minimum tested, maybe there is a 2 mm fillet weld, but it is a multiple pass, maybe 3 or 4 pass. So it should be minimum tested means 2 mm to larger. What mm you have to done your fillet welding. If it is 10 mm, so 2 mm to 10 mm. This is will be the fillet weld size. So you can find out for here AWS D1.1 table 4.4 plate and table 9.12 is the pipe. So this is the position. This is the guide. So this is the guide of the fillet weld WPS qualification, qualified thickness range, qualified fillet weld size. Now 3 is the guide. Guide means the diameter of the base metal range. This guide is diameter of the base metal range. So what are the qualification requirement for diameter of the base metal range? We need to check. Test on pipe is tube and CGP groove weld. Job size test pipe diameter tested over or less than 600 mm OD. So if it is diameter tested over or less 600 mm OD, then T is qualified for 3 mm to 10 mm qualified thickness. Then qualification thickness range will be 3 mm to 2T. Means minimum is 3 mm, maximum is the 2T. So T is the qualified. If it is T is 3 mm to 10 mm, then qualified thickness range is 3 mm minimum and maximum is 2T. If T over 10 mm but less than 20 mm, so if it is T over than 10 means 10 to 20 mm in between, then qualified thickness range will be 0.5T minimum and maximum is 2T. If it is T from 20 mm and over, then qualified thickness range will be 10 mm minimum to unlimited. So this is the diameter of the base metal range qualification as per AWS D1.1. Diameter tested in less than 600 mm OD, then qualified nominal diameter of the pipe size is the test diameter and the over. If it is diameter tested, it is 24 inch of the diameter of the pipe and over, then you have to qualify, then the pipe is the qualified the test diameter, means what you have done in the testing for the qualification of the pipe and over, means if it is 30 if it is 6 inch, then 6 inch and over it will be. If it is 24 inch, then it is 24 inch and over the diameter of the base metal range. Now you can see here the diameter tested is over than 24 inch mm. So this is the is less than 24 inch 600 mm OD. It is the diameter tested is over than 24 inch 600 mm OD. So qualified nominal diameter of the size, what? One is test diameter and over when thickness is less than or equal to 10 mm. Then 24 inch and over when thickness is larger than 10 mm. Then this is the qualified nominal diameter of the pipe. So this is the qualified how we have to qualification the nominal diameter of the pipe. If it is standard test piece is there 2 inch schedule 80, 2 inch schedule 40, or qualified thickness range will be the 3 mm is the minimum and maximum is the 20 mm. So qualified thickness range will be 3 mm minimum and the maximum is will be 20 mm. Then qualified nominal diameter of the pipe tube size, if it is 20 mm OD through 100 mm OD, and the thickness of the pipe thickness 6 inch schedule 120 and the 8 inch schedule 80, then qualified thickness range will be 5 mm to unlimited. Minimum is the 5 mm and the unlimited. Qualified nominal diameter of the pipe and tube size, then 100 mm OD and over. So this is the diameter. So all diameter you can see the as per AWS D1 is the mentioned is everything is there. So this is the easy guide. So you can refer from here. So you can understand for the easy retrieval. If you see the note C of AWS D1.1 table 9.105, CGP group weld qualification on any thickness or any diameter shall qualified any size of fillet or PGP group weld. Means any joint is qualified in CGP group weld, then it is qualified also PGP and the fillet weld. So you can see the clause 4.11.3. If you see the note B of AWS D1.1 table 9.10 for square groove weld that are qualified without back gouging, then it is qualified also maximum thickness can be qualified for the pipe thickness. Note D of AWS D1.1 table 9.105 qualification with any pipe diameter shall qualify all box section width and depth. So this is mentioned 9.10. Now the base metal, now position finish, then diameter is also done. Now is the base metal. AWS D1.1 table 4.8 is the base metal, table 3.1, table 4.9, and unlisted steel qualified by PQR. PQR base metal, WPS base metal group combination allowed by PQR. So any group 1 steel to any group 1 steel, the any group this is qualified for any group 1 steel to any group 1 steel. If it is qualified any group 2 steel to any group 2 steel means any group 2 steel to any group 2 steel, or any group 2 steel to any group 1 steel, and any group 1 steel to any group 1 steel. So you have to remember this one. So group 1 and group 2 is the different types of material. So we need to know the base metal selection, how we have to do. Any specific group 3 steel or in to any group 1 steel. So there is a group 3 to group 1, then specific PQR group shall be group 3 to tested any group 1 only. Any specific group 3 steel to any group 2 steel. So it is qualified for the specific PQR group 3 steel to tested any group 1 or group 2 steel. So group 3 to group 2 means group 3 to group 1 or group 2. So this is the base metal selection as per the PQR, as per the AWS D1.1 PQR base metal selection. Any specific name also is there. If you see the table 4.9, any specific table 4.9 steel to any group 1 steel, then specific PQR table 4.9 steel tested to any group 1. So any specific table 4.9 steel to any group 2 steel means the specific PQR table 4.9 steel to tested any group 1 or any group 2 steel. So this is very clear understanding. You can check what are the group qualified. If it is there, then what is the qualification range will become here. So you understand here the base metal selection. So these all things you can get it from the AWS D1 point, but this is easy retrieval. You can get it very clear, easiest way. Now preheat. The need for and temperature of the preheat are dependent upon a number of factors such as chemical analysis, degree of restraint of the parts being joined, elevated temperature, mechanical properties, and the material thickness. So preheat totally depends upon the chemical analysis and the what are the parts we need to join with that the strength of the part, what are the mechanical properties, and what are the material thickness. This depend upon totally it is a factor of the preheat. When welding to different material group, the minimum preheat temperature required shall be higher temperature of the material to be welded. So this is the very general concept. Minimum preheat temperature is always is the higher to the temperature of the material to be welded. For pre-qualified procedure, preheat applicable to the higher strength group as per note 1 of table 3.2 AWSD 1.1. Also, thickness refers to for the pre-qualified minimum preheat and interface temperature in table 3.3 AWS D1.1. So the minimum pre-qualified preheat and interface temperature is mentioned in table 3.3 AWS D1.1 is the greater of the nominal thickness at the weld of the parts to be joined. So this is the preheat as a general concept where it is mentioned the which minimum preheat interface temperature, what are the requirement is mentioned in the AWS in which code, which table. If you go that AWS D1.1 table 4.5, you see decrease from preheat and interface temperature above 25 Fahrenheit and 100 Fahrenheit for GTAW is essentially variable. So decrease if it is means guide preheat is the what is the essential variable. If you change from the preheat interface temperature above 25 degrees Fahrenheit, is essential variable. If it is decrease, then it will be change your PQR. Need to change the your procedure qualification record. So this is table 4.45 is mentioned. AWS D1.1 table 4.5 PQ essential variable for non-Sibian testing applications. So this is for ChartP, not applicable for ChartP impact test. Now joint. Joint, what is also the essential variable? So this essential variable, how you have to get it from here. If there is a change in groove type, then we need to make the PQR. A decrease in the groove angle, if there is a groove angle loop opening, so you have to change the new WPS. The omission but not inclusion, back gouging or backing or back gouging, there is need to change the W. If it is need change, then need to make the PQR. A change in the type of groove, if there is a type of groove is change or vice versa, then you need to change the PQR. You need to make the new PQR. So a change in the groove type, if it is single V, double V, except qualification of any CGP groove. Okay, there is a single B, double B, but there is a qualification, there is not qualification, any CGP group or qualification for any group details, then we need to change, we need to make the new PQR. If it is groove angle or root opening, decrease or increase the root phase you have increase, exceeding the tolerance for any group detailing conforming to the requirement 3.12 or 3.13, then you need to make the new WPS and PQR. So AWS D1.1 table 4.5 is the PQR essential variable for non-CVN testing application. Now is the guide is the heat input. So heat input, what is the guide is there? If you go AWS D1.1 table 4.5 PQR essential variable for non-CVN testing application, 4.6 is the supplementary essential variable except ESW and EGW process. And if you go the AWS D1.1 4.7 PQR essential variable for ESW and EGW process. So this is very important. This 4.5, 4.6 and 4.6, you can see the heat input requirement there. AWS D1.1 5.7, what is mentioned there? Heat input control for quench and temper steel. When quench and temper steel are welded, the heat input shall be restricted in conjunction with the maximum preheat and interface temperature are required. So this is mentioned in AWS D1.1 5.7. What is the formula of heat input? Formula is voltage into amperage into 60 by table speed, means inch by minute. It is convert, you can convert it mm per minute. So this is the heat input formula. So this is the guide heat input. So you can see the guide joint, you can see the now guide heat input. Now is the welding process. This is the last essential variable for SMW, SAW, GMW, SAW and GTAW process. If you go AWS D1.1 table 4.5 PQR essential variable for non-CVN testing application, AWS D1.1 table 4.6 PQR supplementary essential variable for CVN testing application, and essential variable for ESW and EGW process. AWS D1.1 table 4.7 PQR essential variable changes requiring WPS requalification. So AWS D1.1 table 4.67 is there. You PQR essential variable, if it is changed, then requiring the new WPS requalification. So this is the things you need to know for the beginning. If this is all are the essential variable, if you change the all essential variable, then if anything change in essential variable, then you need to make the new WPS. This is you have to remember. So I think these are the most important things from the beginning. You can see here, this is the position, this is the thickness diameter of the base metal range, this is the diameter of the base metal range. You can see base metal selection, how you have to select, guide preheat temperature, what is there mentioned in the WSD 1.1, and this is the joint, this is the heat input, and this is the welding process. So I think the beginning to end you people are understand. If you have any query, if you have any feedback, I need from you guys that you have your anything query, so I can answer to you, and I need your valuable comment on this video also. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget like, comment, share and subscribe, so that it's encourage me to make more update, more upload the video, so you can get also if you subscribe, then you can get the regular updates here. So please subscribe it. Thanks a lot again. Take care.